Everything is not demonic. You know what gets me? And on one end, I understand because I used to be like y'all too. Yet at some point, you're going to have to do some research. Every time something major happens, a lot of believers get on these social media outlets and immediately label things as, oh, that's demonic. I'm going to keep this basic because most of y'all are basic. And I don't mean that in like a negative way. That's just where you at. So let's just only look at this. Because I know a lot of times when I start throwing out a lot of information at you, you be like, oh, that's too much. He on that other type of time now. So let's just listen to this, right? All right. We got Samuel L. Jackson. If you spell out his name, the word Sam is on there. This is a reference to the Uncle Sam, the government. That is simple. We can all follow that, right? So before y'all get on here talking about, oh, his performance was demonic, let's just look at this one simple scene here. Uncle Sam kept interrupting Kendrick's performance with certain statements. Uncle Sam is representation of the government. Let me bring it closer to home because this is the same government that, let me get this straight. I'm paying taxes on my wages, then paying sales tax to spend my own money, then paying income tax on money that was already taxed. Then when I die, my kids pay the death tax on my money that was already taxed. And then people hate on me for doing everything I can to reduce my taxes. Okay. Now, this scene wasn't particularly about taxes. Yet I just wanted to bring up how quick people are to be defensive and call things demonic, but these are the same things that we already complain about. So for those of us who are lower, middle, or even lower upper class, always talk about taxes and how high things are based on the way that the governmental system is set up by which we live in. Kendrick has a lot of symbolism in his performance to protest and go against those people who are in power. There is nothing at all demonic about that. He's actually speaking to the very things that we've been complaining about and even prophesying and projecting that we need to revolutionize against it. The revolution will be televised. The right time, you picked the wrong guy. And I'm not even saying you should just start listening to all of this, what you would call secular music. But what I will say is this. I've learned more from secular music than I have from gospel music. I'm going to say that again. I've learned more from certain secular music than I have from gospel music. Because a lot of these gospel artists are not actually utilizing biblical principles. In a lot of Kendrick songs, he talk about prophesying and a lot of other biblical principles that y'all just don't know. But you so ready to call stuff demonic. A lot of this stuff isn't demonic. Your mind is just dormant. And before you say I'm being demonic, let me show you what that means. Look it up. Having normal physical functions suspended or slowed down for a period of time or as if in a deep sleep. And whether you realize it or not, those are biblical prophecies that the Lord already told us would happen during certain time periods while we're on this earth. Now, under no circumstance am I saying Kendrick Lamar is the Messiah or he's perfect or any of that. What I will say is this, though. Before you start labeling stuff as demonic and just marking everything off and being so defensive, at least take time to listen. Because a lot of things are symbolism, they're illusions, they're being alluded to or towards for your not only entertaining purposes, but so that you can get a message. If he didn't shroud his message in symbolisms, then the entertainment business probably would have been shut down. But the way he code his messages still gets a chance to get it out to people like you. And I feel this on a personal level because I do my content the same way. I got a series called Flesh, Soul, and Spirit. And there are so many symbolism, analogies, illusions that I put in those messages that I know for a fact y'all don't get because y'all just scroll past them like they don't exist. But one day, those videos are going to hit you and you're going to be like, oh, snap, this what he was talking about. And I know this to be true because I used to be like y'all. So I'm not bashing you. I'm not trying to play you. Yet I understand where you are. But I assure you, where you are is not the destination. Stop calling everything demonic when you know you've done no research, you put no real time and effort into actually understanding or understanding, as they say, what's going on here. Like, where do you all get the confidence to just automatically mark something off as demonic and not even realize the stuff that's being projected and protested is the same thing that we've been complaining about for years? I feel sorry for y'all, but then on the same token, I understand it. And it's like different people wake up from these things at different times. And I hate that those people who are still sleeping always immediately just go to, oh, they crazy. It's like, why everybody gotta be crazy? Why are you so defensive against someone clearly projecting imagery from things that you complain about to everybody else? We have been talking about this system, the way the United States is set up, the economy, and all of the downhill slopes that we've all experienced forever. And the one time somebody actually stood up and start promoting and projecting things to call it out, and then even ending it with turn the TV off. Like, it's so much wealth built into this performance, but y'all want everything to be demonic so bad because you're dormant. Your mind can't conceive or believe that this just took place. It's really not that hard, though. We talking about simple words here, though. Like, what I just broke down is simply about governmental figures and taxes. It was so much more built into that. But if you can't see it on this level, where Uncle Sam was trying to stop him and always critiquing everything he did and said in the performance, there is no need to even go any further. Just stay where you at and be on what you want.
Follow for more.
I don't know what else to tell you at this point.
Does any of this make sense now?
Man, I hate it for y'all, bro. I don't know what else to say.